Good morning. Today we celebrate Jesus' ascension into heaven. And from the Bible, during our Mass today, we have actually two stories looking at that ascension. But both stories are true, and both stories teach us something very important. So our first reading is from the Acts of the Apostles. And St. Luke writes about Jesus ascending to heaven. But during the time that Jesus is ascending, all of his followers are looking at Jesus go and go and go. But the story tells us that two men, I suspect two angels, say to the apostles, "Stop looking up there. You have work to do. Go back to Jerusalem and start to do Jesus' work." Now you have to remember, St. Luke writes this story during the time that the Roman government is starting to persecute the Christians. But St. Luke's emphasis is what? Go and do Jesus' work. The gospel is from St. Mark. Now we know that St. Mark wrote his gospel in the middle of persecution. The Roman government had already killed St. Peter, St. Paul. The Roman government was arresting and torturing and killing Christians. But St. Mark tells us the story about Jesus' ascension. And in that story, Jesus says to his followers, he talks about drinking poison or handling snakes. What did that mean? I don't think it meant actually drinking poison or handling snakes. But Jesus was saying, if you go out and do my work, it's dangerous. People are not going to be happy with you. They're going to try to kill you. But don't stop, because I'm with you. Good lesson for us today. In our world here in the United States, most of us don't face any kind of danger or threat because we believe in Jesus Christ. But we often face people who think, "You're a Christian? That's stupid." Or "You're Catholic?" And they mock you or think, "You're foolish." And sometimes people will try to sort of force us to shut up, or they'll say, "You going to church? You're nuts." So what do we have as weapons against that kind of persecution? Well, I can think of two really important ones. And the first one is this: the Rosary. This is a beautiful prayer that if we pray it every day, this helps us a lot in our faith. The other thing we obviously have is the Eucharist. We have being able to receive Jesus, his body, receive God's life where? In us. And if we're willing to come to church and share in that prayer and receive the Eucharist, then whatever happens in the world, whatever happens in our lives, we know we're never alone. God never forgets us. God never ignores us. That we have God with us forever.